Today is day 106 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We have yet again another late night stream. We are continuing on 80% of the way through ReactJS Part 2. We've made it to the third section, lifecycle methods. We are going to be tackling lesson 1 tonight. I don't know if we're going to be doing lesson 2. Kind of have a short stream tonight, so we'll see how long section 1 takes. But that's about it. We're just going to dive right into mounting lifecycle methods. Okay, there's, what is that? 5 sections. We're still on section 1. Only because there's no instructions for page 2. Always does that jump. Okay, here we go. From the top. Lifecycle methods are methods that get called at certain moments in a component's life. You can write a lifecycle method that gets called right before a component renders for the first time. You can write a lifecycle method that gets called right after a component renders every time except for the first time. You can attach lifecycle methods to a lot of different moments in a component's life. This has powerful implications. In this unit, we'll walk through each lifecycle method. Click Next to begin. Alright, next. There are 3 categories of lifecycle methods: mounting, updating, and unmounting. What's that, little cat? Oh, do you need scratches? You do. Alright, good. She's standing on the floor next to me. Alright, 3 categories: mounting, updating, and unmounting. This lesson is about the first category, mounting lifecycle methods. A component mounts when it renders for the first time. This is when mounting lifecycle methods get called. There are 3 mounting lifecycle methods. One of them has nothing to do with the little kitty. Oh, come on, tiny cat. You just want to assume the napping position beneath the desk in my lap? Yeah, I'm not even going to ask. We're just going to take you and put you down there. Mind the claws. Little toes of death. Okay. Check your tail, cat. You good? You happy? Alright. God. Doesn't feel happy on my end. Hell. Okay. Hold on. Don't mind me operating a cat. They have so many fucking toes. All of them have a claw. Hey. There's probably an artery in my thigh somewhere, so let's keep the claws to yourself. Okay, we're good. No. Alright. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Good. Cat situated. 3 mounting lifecycle. There are 3 mounting. There's 8,000 pieces of fur floating in the air around me now. God damn it, little kitty. She's just awful. There are 3 mounting lifecycle methods. Component will mount, render, component didn't mount. When a component mounts, it automatically calls these 3 methods in order. Next. The first mounting lifecycle method is called component will mount. When a component renders for the first time, component will mount gets called right before render. Look at example.js. Follow these steps. Okay, example.js. 1 on lines 14 through 17. Example is rendered for the first time. Example's mounting period begins. 2. Example calls the first mounting lifecycle method, component will mount. Component will mount executes an alert. An alert appears on the screen, lines 5 through 7. 5 through 7. After component will mount has finished, example calls the second mounting lifecycle method, render. 5. H1 hello world appears on the screen, lines 9 through 11. Something. 2 seconds later, example renders again on lines 20 through 22. 20 through 22. Cool. Component will mount does not get called because mounting lifecycle events only execute the first time that component renders. You can call this.setState from within component will mount. Look at example 2.js for an example of this.setState inside of component will mount. If you can follow how example 2, you can follow how example 2 would render h1 hello world. Example 2. So we've got this. And then things get, we're checking things are mounting, things are rendering. And yeah, good. We're gonna see how this plays out. Alright, something about Flashy. Select flashy.js. Flashy.js selected. Take a look at the Flashy component class. Flashy. Click run. You should see 2 alerts. 1, and now, for the first time ever, Flashy. 2, Flashy is rendering. Ooh la la? Yes, maybe? We're gonna run it. Keep in mind, you probably won't see pop-up windows. I see the pop-up windows, they just popped up. And first time ever, Flashy. Cool, it works. We click K, we get another window. Ta-da! Flashy's rendering. Cool. Okay, again, boom. Look at that. Ooh la la, look at me, I'm the flashiest. I'm the flashiest. Cool. 2. At the bottom of the file, delete the commenting, syntax stuff, the slash and the asterisk, and uncomment the commented out code. This time, after Flashy renders, 2 seconds will pass, and then Flashy will render again in a different color. You watching? Here's this. There's that. Running. Boom. Dos. Ta-da. And now for the first time ever, Flashy's rendering. Boom. We're confused, but I think that's what they wanted. Now for the first time ever. Okay. And Flash is rendering. Oh, it ran it twice. That's what was going on. It was, ooh la la, look at me in red. And then I saw the alert messages a second time. And this whole thing went from gray to lighting up, and I was very confused. Again, I know it doesn't help because you guys can't see the pop-up windows. I don't have it set up that way in OBS, but that's alright. Fascinating. So it had to go through twice, and then it changed to green. Because both alerts popped up, showed red. Then I got confused when I saw the alerts a second time. And then it showed up in green. So let's figure out how that works. How utterly embarrassing, right? Like they knew it was going to happen. Flashy alerted, and now for the first time ever, both times. Strange. The second rendering was not the first time ever. Everyone could tell that the second alert was a lie, right? The show was a bust, and Flashy received scathing reviews. Damn straight, rightly so. Flashy needs to alert, and now, for the first time ever, only the first time that Flashy renders. If you need to do something only the first time that a component renders, then it's probably a job for a mounting lifecycle method. Before the render function, give Flashy a new property name component will mount. That component will mount's value equal to function component will mount function render function. Now highlight the alert that should only happen once. Alert. Ta-da! Cut this out of the render function and paste it into the component will mount function instead. Upon clicking run, you should see Flashy's rendering both times. And now for the first time ever, Flashy only the first time. Too. Okay, good. Let's do exactly what they want us to do. We're going to be doing something, we're shoving bits and pieces into something else somewhere. We've got a render function. Render function. So we're going to take component will mount. We're making progress, kind of. Alert. Now highlight the alert that should only happen once. Cut this alert out of the render function and paste it into component. We are extracting you out of render. Removed. And pasty McPasterton. I think we should be okay. So we're going to run it. Boom. I get the window. And now for the first time ever, it's a lovely box. A great alert message. And now for the first time ever, okay. Flashy is rendering. Boom. Okay. Ooh la la. Look at me. 2 seconds later, Flashy is rendering. The box popped up again. This time just Flashy is rendering. And now we click OK. Ta-da! It's green. Flawless. Just beautiful. Okay, next. Good. 4 of 5. Render is a lifecycle method. We won't go over render here. We've already talked about it plenty. However, you should understand how render fits into the mounting period. Whenever a component mounts, component will mount is called first, followed by render, followed by component did mount. Render belongs to 2 categories: mounting lifecycle methods and updating lifecycle methods. We'll cover updating lifecycle methods in the next lesson, but first there's one final mounting lifecycle. There's one final mounting lifecycle method. Aha! Let's take a look. Let's gander. You're gandering. Okay. Oh god, don't mind me. Alright. Continuing on. Something about something. Section 5, right. The cat. God, why? Claws in the thigh. Yay. Just section 5. No one needs your clawy input. Holy hell. We're gonna lose the leg. Alright, the final mounting lifecycle method is called component did mount. When a component renders for the first time, component did mount gets called right after the HTML from render has finished loading. Look at the code in the editor for an example of component did mount. Example, component did mount function. Cool. Hey, claws, I can feel that. Jesus. Like, because she thinks she's under the desk, she doesn't exist anymore, and she can just do whatever the hell she wants. Furry devil. Alright, focus. Back to coding. Less focus on the tiny evil kitten. When a component renders for the first time, something about, oh, look, the code editor for an example component did mount. We've got examples here and examples there. Beautiful. Component did mount gets used a lot. If your React app uses Ajax to fetch initial data from an API, and component did mount is the place to make that Ajax. Is it Ajax? I'm just going with Ajax. To make that Ajax call. More generally, component did mount is a good place to connect a React app to external applications such as web APIs or JavaScript frameworks. Component did mount is also the place to set timers using set timeout or set interval. If that sounds vague, don't worry. You'll put lifecycle methods into practice in this course's final project, and then more in the next course, not to mention in the real world. Okay, 3 instructions. Some stuff to do for each. 1, take a look at flashy.js. Clickety click. Flashy. Looking beautiful. Looking beautiful. What do they want us to do with Flashy? Flashy is mostly the same component class from earlier. It has a brand new alert added to its render function on line 13. Alert, you just witnessed the debut of Flashy. Okay, click run and watch Flashy flash. You should see 3 alerts. 1, and now for the first time ever, Flashy. 2, Flashy is rendering. And 3, you just witnessed the debut of Flashy. Thanks to set timeout, Flashy will render twice with a 2-second pause in between. So let's click run. Doing boom. First box, first alert. And now for the first time ever, Flashy. It's sitting right above line 13 and just below line 1 on my screen. It says beautiful alert box. We're clickety clicking. Okay. Second alert. Flashy is rendering. Cool. Good. In the third box, just witnessed the debut of Flashy. Very cool. Okay. Ta-da. Ooh la la, look at Flashy. Look at me, I'm the flashiest. And then we get another dialog box that popped up. Flashy is rendering. Okay to that. And then, yet again, we get the third one for the second time. You just witnessed the debut of Flashy. And we hit OK, and then it changes to green. Alright. Now, let's do Gash. It's gotta be Gash. I don't use these words often. Gauche? How incredibly gauche. No wonder why I don't use this. It's gauche. Yeah. It's not. Doesn't taste good when you say it. Probably for a reason. How incredibly gauche. It's just wrong, right? It's not that it's a bad word. It's just I feel like there's could be a better word. I don't know. Maybe it is the right word for the job. Not important. Continuing on. Instruction number 2. Flashy, alerted. You just witnessed the debut of Flashy both times. The second time was not a debut, and many guests stormed out in a great huff. You need to alert you just witnessed the debut of Flashy only the first time that Flashy renders. You can't use component will mount for this because you want your alert to happen right after Flashy renders, not before. It would be weird to say you just witnessed the debut before it happens. You want something to happen right after the very first rendering. That's exactly what component did mount is for. In between component will mount and render, give Flashy an empty component did mount method. In between component will mount and render, we get to shove our new friend Flashy. No. Yes. our new friend component did mount. Boom! Right in between there. So let's go ahead and run that. There's that. We get our box, and now for the first time, blah diddly blah, Flashy is rendering. We haven't added anything in there. Good, Flashy is rendering again. Witness the debut of Flashy. Don't mind that alert. They gave this one to us early. We haven't completed it. That achievement is a lie, damn it, at least until we successfully do number 3. So, yeah, no celebrating. Wrong. Just giving out green check marks to anybody who looks at them. Damn them. Okay, it's okay. It's alright. 3. Inside the render function, highlight the offending alert. Okay. Yes, the incredibly offensive. The audience was aghast. Huh? That's a good one. Oh god, I'm just smashing the Command X and we were cutting lines away. Undo, undo, cut. 1, 2. Where are we putting things? Ah, right, in component did mount. Let's drop this down a line if it goes in there. Cool, and we're alerting, and we're alerting. Nice. Cut this alert out of the render function, paste it into the component did mount function instead. Now, when you run, you should see the alert Flashy is rendering both times, but the other alerts should only appear in the first time only. Crisis averted? Hey, we use that phrase all the time. Crisis averted, right? Because it's real, you know? These are big issues and events that could impact society. I mean, probably not, but you never know. Yeah, they're not going to. So that's that. No, we need to run it. We need to run it. We're running it from the top. Blank stuff. We get our box. And now, for the first time ever, Flashy. Good. Okay. Second box. Flashy is rendering. Boom. Okay, again, box number 3. You just witnessed the debut of Flashy. Ta-da! Ooh la la. Look at me. I'm the flashiest. And then it renders the second time, and it's just box number 2, or alert number 2. Flashy's rendering. We hit OK. Bam! Green. All up in our faces to match the lovely green check mark. I mean, hot damn. It basically doesn't get better than this. And now we have earned our achievement, the badge that is rightfully deserved after a shocking success here at Codecademy. Alright, well that's basically that for day 106. Kind of a short stream. Up next though, updating, unmounting lifecycle methods. Lifecycle methods that occur when a component updates or unmounts from the DOM. Start lesson. What is on the horizon for day 107? Who knows? Something fun. Nice. Look at this. 7 sections. We haven't had. I think this is the longest section for React Part 2. Yeah. All right. Well, good times. This will be saved for tomorrow, but we can look at just the beginning, a premonition of what's to come. There are 2 categories that we haven't yet discussed: updating and unmounting lifecycle methods. This lesson covers both. What is updating? The first time that a component instance renders. It does not update. The component updates every time that it renders, starting with the second render. There are 5 updating lifecycle methods. Component will receive props. Should component update, component will update, render, component did update. Whenever a component instance updates, it automatically calls all 5 of these methods in order. Cool. We will continue the fun tomorrow, day 107, but in the meantime, day 106 comes to an end. Let's back out to check our stats. for today. All right. We are concluding day 106 at 90% of the way through ReactJS Part 2. And we currently have 1,227 points with, if it loads, come on, boom, 171 badges. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, well that's about all the fun we have for today, day 106. More to come tomorrow, and that's about it. All right, you're gonna power down. Thank you again to anyone who may have stopped by to view the stream. Greatly appreciated. And me and little kitty are gonna pass the hell out. It's gonna be awesome. All right, stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah, kill it.